Welcome everyone to Yokohama, where we are of course facing Yokohama FC in the stadium behind me. Now, they are already relegated. If we can avoid defeat here today, we will be qualifying at least for the qualifiers of the AFC Champions League. But without any catch-up games, let's have a little look around Yokohama. So without further ado, let's head on into Google Maps and have a little look around this place. Okay, so welcome to Google Maps. As you can see from the bushes on the left hand side, this is of course where we took the intro. Just over that fence is the stadium for today's game, but before we get into that game we are of course having a little look round. So what is the stadium itself like? Well, as you can see on this left hand side, if my head isn't too much in the way, it's for soccer games and rugby matches built in 1955 and used in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. And well, it's not the greatest of stadiums, I'll be honest. It's a little disappointing. This is the entrance way in. I've had a little bit of a peek at this. As you can see, it's surrounded by a running track, as you would expect from a stadium used in the Olympics. We also have I wanted to say shot put. That seems, yeah, maybe shot put. I'm not sure from that distance. But we have some athletics areas, plenty of people working, as you can see, because they don't even have our goals ready. There's no goals, no lines painted down. This stadium just doesn't look ready. Also, this stand and these stands apparently are supposed to hold about 20,000 people, I believe. So not quite sure how we're going to get all those people in. I'm more bothered about getting these nets on the pitch, to be honest. So that is the stadium. What is in the area though? Well, it's built right on top of this park. There's another couple of grounds next to it. I guess this... oh, maybe this is the actual stadium. That's the athletics element. Maybe? Ah, yes. This looks a bit more like a football pitch. So I'm assuming this is the area where we're going to be playing. Very confusing. You'd think it'd be well signposted, but I guess not. So this is our nice little dugout view of the pitch. So the goals are already up. We don't have to worry about that. And the nice cameraman was going along on a bike. So we are going to hop on out of that. The hospital is right next door, just in case anyone gets any injuries. Hopefully they're not thinking about breaking our players' legs. But the hospital is there if we need it. What else is in the area? Let's have a little zoom out. So that's a high school. That's another school. Primary school. I always forget what the ES is. Kindergarten. A lot of schools in the area. We don't want schools. We're not trying to move there with kids. North Park. What is the park like? Park and Gardens. It looks like a small one, this one. Right next to a cemetery. So it's probably more of a local park. So let's just pop down, have a little look, and it is, yes, I think it's a little local park for the housing estate. So that isn't really much to look at. Anything else around the vicinity of the stadium? There's a big play park here, I guess, which isn't too far away because we are only down here. So, and Topic Golf Club. So there's a golf club and a play park over here. There's a baseball field on the play park. This doesn't look like a bad little housing estate at all. Actually looks quite idyllic. Although the play park itself, not so much. Looks more like a forest. Also, why is this hut here? Don't visit that cabin in the woods, my friends. Do not visit that cabin in the woods. Hotel in the Moon. Interesting. Looks like a bush, according to that picture. Does the actual place look like a bush? Probably not, but according to the picture, it's a bush. So yes, Hotel in the Moon. It's a timeless resort, which means all the furniture is probably outdated on that reference. So that is a little look. We're not going to explore too much because we do have the other Yokohama team, and well, we might play these again at some point. So we'll have a proper look around in the future, but that gives us a nice little idea of where we are going for today's game. So without further ado, let's hop back into Football Manager 21 and crack on with today's match. Okay everyone, game day is upon us, and for today's game, well, we're actually going to be a Nagoya Grampus fan, because if you take a little look down the fixtures, Nagoya Grampus is at home against Kashima Antlers. Kashima Antlers, of course, on the right hand side, you'll notice is in 4th place. If Nagoya Grampus can at least do us a favour, maybe draw against them, we pick up a victory here today. Not only will we guarantee top 4, we can guarantee those top 3 spots. Now, I've previously mentioned this. Osaka's out of our depth. We can't catch up to Osaka. Technically, we can win both of our games. They lose both of theirs. But as you can see, 14 goals in goal difference. I'm not sure if it goes on goal difference or if it's head-to-head in this league. So maybe on head-to-head. They are versing Hiroshima here today. So I'll have a look into that one. If Hiroshima manage to beat them, I'll look into that one going into the final game. But I really don't see them slipping up too much. I reckon they'll pick up some points before now and the end of the season and guarantee that 2nd place spot. But enough rambling from me. Let's head on into that tactical meeting screen, where we are suggested to go to a balanced, not a positive mentality. We are versing smack bang bottom of the league. Admittedly, away from home, but I'm going positive. I think that's a little bit pessimistic of our assistant manager to want us to only go for a balanced. Now, in terms of the capacity, I was slightly wrong. I thought it was a 20,000-ish capacity stadium, but in fact it's only 15,440 with an okay pitch condition here in calm weather, 16 degrees Celsius, a little bit overcast, and we've only got 4,012 tickets sold for this game. So the crowd's not going to be too big, not too rambunctious, and well, we are going to leave a couple of players out. As you'll notice, Nakashima is not playing here today, our star striker. He needs a bit of rest, even though technically his condition is fine. He says he needs a rest, so you know what, I'm giving him a rest. I gave everyone a rest for 2 days, I believe, after the last game, but he still needs a little bit more of a rest, so we're letting him put his feet up for this game. And Lucas, as you can see from his condition, he actually needs a rest, so he is also taking a break as well. That means our team for today is Nakano in goal, a backline of Suga, Havania, Suganuma and Komai. In central midfield is Kim Mitai and Miyazawa. On left hand side, Sonkrazin, AK-47 on the right, Lopez in the middle and Ogashiwa up front. Now, speaking of that striker role, Ogashiwa we use as our backup striker, correct? Well, Suga, apparently, according to the statistics, is actually better than him. So if we have a little look at this striker position, Lopez, 4 for the role, 3 for Lucas, then Nakashima, and then Suga on 2.5 star, followed by Ogashiwa, and then Tsukagawa. So that is something to think about going forward. But our substitutes are Waka, Yanagi, Misao, Fukai, Kaneko, Ono, and of course, Tsukagawa, the guy who I can never pronounce his name, is going to be our backup striker for today. So, submit the team. Sugunuma, AK-47, and Ogashiwa all lack match sharpness, that is fine. Ono is not familiar with the mentality, but everyone else is fine. Pretty confused by that, because I'm pretty sure he's played with this sort of mentality and the formation combined even multiple times this season. But I guess he's old. I guess his memory's going. It's okay. We get it. Oh no, you can go retire at the end of the season. Put your feet up. You've been a lovely servant to this club, a lovely servant to our country, and just a lovely servant to football as a whole. So, we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. Exactly. Hasn't gone down well with the lads, but it is all good. I think it's good enough to at least get us a draw, and that is all we need here today. A draw will guarantee us through into the AFC Champions League qualification spot, because I believe 4th place, when I had a look, qualifies for the qualification. The other 3 go into the group section, I think. I might be wrong. Or 4th goes into a qualifier, 3 goes into like a main round of qualifying, and the other 2 go into the groups. Something like that. We'll have a proper look if we make it in. But Suzuki will make the free kick here on the 35th minute. Plays it over to Ogawa. Ogawa holding up the ball, gets it back to Suzuki. Suzuki, lovely through ball 1-on-1 with Nakano. Thankfully, it goes straight into his hands. and it was offside anyway. Hakamata, in fact, was offside. Osaka, by the way, 2-1 after they went 1-0 up. Hiroshima equalised, and now they've gone 2-1 up. On the 22nd minute, it only took them 1 minute to reply to Hiroshima's goal. And if you didn't also catch it, Nagoya Grampus, I believe, is 1-0 up in their game as well. So, we've had 3 shots, 2 Yokohama's 3. 2 on target to their 1, a 0.31 xG to a 0.55, 5 corners to 1, 5 fouls to 6, 1 yellow card, 88% passing to 82, and 60% possession to 40. We need to pick things up. We haven't been too great. Ogashi was having a bad game. Sonkrazin also is having a bad game, both on 6.4s. 6.6 for Lopez needs to pick it up. Same with 8K47. Miyazawa 6.5, my friend. You and Suga definitely need to pick things up. And yeah, just we need a few people. Roughly half the team. I'm not happy with performance. Pick it up, lads. Get out there. Show me something else, because if you don't, 3 of you are coming off. Quite simple. In fact, 3 of them are probably coming off anyways, but I won't be doing it based off their fitness. I will be doing it more off the fact that they're being absolutely useless. So, AK-47 gets back for Hakamata, but Hakamata will play it back to Yasunaga. Yasunaga gets it to Magiho. Magiho gets it all the way back to the halfway line where he finds Nakashio. Nakashio, though, he has gone and made a big mistake. Lopez dispossesses him, shoots it. Heydao will block it. Lopez for a second time. And it's wide. It was a wasted opportunity. But Hiroshima, through Junior Santos, have gone and got a second. Nagoya Grampus still 1-0 up against the Antlers. So that currently puts us very comfortably in 3rd place. Admittedly not guaranteed with the Antlers still chasing us. We could do with picking up a victory just to secure that 3rd place spot. And Miyazawa will take the corner, which will hopefully deliver that. It's nodded away. Suganuma will hunt this one down. As you can see from the edge of the pitch, it's a little worn. Kimi Tai plays it back to Komai. Havania will not get this ball. It will go straight through to Suga. Songkrazin plays it all the way back to Havania. Suga's come over to his left-hand side. It's over to Kim. Songkrazin, get over to Suga. Suga's got plenty of space on the left-hand side. Kim Min Tai will get it to him. Now, can he get a good cross in? No, he's going to put it back to Songkrazin, in fact. Now to Lopez. Lopez, Songkrazin, lovely passes, and it's a tap-in by Ogashiwa because he was offside. He strayed. He strayed offside. My friend, you could have probably scored that without being offside. Unfortunately, he was caught by this defence moving up to catch him offside. That was a smart play from the defence. Not so smart from our striker. Now, let's see who is struggling the most at this point. This decisive point. Ogashiwa, worst performer so far. So you know what? No. You know. Let's get fun with this one, shall we? Masao, you're going to come and go there. We're going to give Suga his opportunity to be the striker that he always thought he could be. So we're going to move him all the way up front. We are then going to bring on Fukai for Kim Min Tai. Anyone else struggling particularly? Miyazawa is having a rough one. Maybe I don't take off Kim then. Maybe I take off Miyazawa. How is Kim doing? Kim is one of our better performing players. He is on a yellow card. But you know what? We're going to risk him. Miyazawa, you are going off. You're having a terrible performance. Both of our wings are struggling as well. So maybe Kaneko can come for Songkrazin. And he shall swap to being a winger. So that is our plan for the remainder of this game. Can we get a goal? That is all I'm asking. I'm just asking for a goal, lads. Just one goal. It's not too much to ask. Surely, we're versing bottom of the league. They've got 23 points all season. We have more than double their goals. Nearly triple their goals. Points, in fact. AK-47 back post. Havania, my friend. You are one of the better headers in this league. How are you missing that sitter? Two on target in 10 shots. Dismal finishing from us today. Havania, our best performer, with a 7.7. Our defence was solid, our goalkeeper was solid, our midfield for the most part was pretty darn decent. But Fukai, need more of you coming off the bench. Suga, need more from you, even though I shifted you up and gave you an opportunity up front. Ogashiwa 6.3, that is why you are not our starting striker. Miyazawa 6.4, again, you are a playmaker, you need to be providing those opportunities for our strikers. And Songkrazin, well, you need to do a heck of a lot better as well. You are very much an in-between, you know? You're supposed to be making opportunities for our striker, but also cutting in there and getting some opportunities of your own as an inside forward. So, 10 shots to 4, 2 on target to 1, a 0.84 xG to a 0.56, 7 corners to 3, 7 fouls to 11, 1 yellow cards, 2 yellow cards, 85% passing to 83, 54% possession to 46. Very dismal performance. Let's go tell the lads how pathetic that was. That simply wasn't good enough. You should have won that match. Even our assistant, Mr. Nice Guy, thinks that was terrible. Because it was. It was very terrible. Thankfully, Grampus won 2-0 against the Antlers, getting another one on the 90+2. And Hiroshima 3-2 against Osaka. Unfortunately, though, hat-trick for Junior Santos. Congratulations, Junior Santos. Unfortunately, though, we cannot capitalise because we didn't pick up a victory in today's game. And thus, it's impossible for us to catch them. 5-point gap with 1 game remaining. We have managed to secure top 4 and we've almost secured top 3. Again, we're behind on goal difference, so we just need to make sure we don't lose to Kashiwa Reysol in the final game of the season. Hopefully we can do that. Hopefully whoever Antlers are playing pick up their form and deal with them for us so we don't have to worry too much as well. And again, we have more players who need a rest. Suga and Havanir apparently need a rest as well. Probably not going to get it. They'll probably get the same rest that I'm going to give to everyone. 7 days till the next match. I'll give them probably 3, maybe 4 days rest. Get them back on training a little bit before the game. And then we shall return for the Emperor's Cup semi-final as we head to J2 League side FC Ryoku. So, I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.